Thanks for watching SNN, the Suncoast News Network.
One of the most renowned names, or well-known names in American politics, has another family member vying for the presidency. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission to run for the Democratic nomination for president. The 69-year-old environmental lawyer and anti-vaccine activist said in March that he was considering a run, and his top priority would be to end the corrupt merger between state and corporate power. Easy for me to say. Now, Kennedy is the son of the former New York Senator and Attorney General by the same name. Bobby Kennedy was assassinated at the Ambassador Hotel in July of 1968, as he too was vying for a Democratic presidential nomination. Now, RFK Jr. is also the nephew of the late President John F. Kennedy, who also was assassinated, but he was assassinated while he was president.
Well, a major mix-up at the Revere Hotel in Boston early Wednesday morning. Two guests, who are Delta pilots, were handcuffed and interrogated by federal agents at their hotel room.
And the U.S. Army and the FBI saying it was meant to be a Department of Defense training exercise. Oscar Morgan has more.
Security calling in saying 45 minutes ago, two Delta pilots had people claiming to be FBI agents barge into their room and handcuff them to the bathroom.
This is chatter on Boston Police Radio as officers responded to the Revere Hotel just after midnight on Wednesday. It was where a military training exercise was allegedly taking place by a team of Special Operations Army soldiers assisted by FBI agents, who a few hours earlier were given information and ended up knocking on the wrong hotel room door. Inside, two guests who sources say were pilots for Delta Airlines. One of them placed in handcuffs in the bathroom after being questioned, with agents believing it was an actor, but it was all a misunderstanding. In response to the blunder, the U.S. Army Special Operations Command said that the safety of civilians in vicinity of our training is always our number one concern. We're reviewing this serious incident with our partners. The federal agencies working on what the Army said was essential military training in Boston that is meant to enhance soldiers' skills to operate in realistic and unfamiliar environments, but certainly not one that should have involved innocent guests at a hotel.
Yeah, it's pretty alarming. I would hate for it to happen to me. I'm sure mistakes like this do happen, but it's pretty scary.
Now in Utah, a woman has died after she pushed a younger climber out of harm's way. The Duchesne County Sheriff's Office says an ice column fell on Sunday while a group of 3 people were attempting to climb Raven Falls. A 41-year-old woman shoved the youngest climber away from the falling ice. The Sheriff's Office says she was then trapped herself underneath 2 huge blocks of ice, and she died. Meanwhile, the 21-year-old who was pushed out of the way was able to climb down the mountain and call for help. The other member of that group, a 34-year-old man, fell about 40 feet when the ice came down. The helicopter was able to pull him from the mountain in serious condition.
And a deadly tornado ripped through southeast Missouri early yesterday morning, leaving behind a path of destruction. A survey team with the National Weather Service found high-end EF2 damage in the Glen Allen area. The tornado was estimated to have peak wind speeds of 130 miles per hour. 5 people, unfortunately, were killed and at least 5 others injured when the tornado struck at about 3:30 a.m. yesterday. Tornadoes continue, and unfortunately, this is nothing new. Now, on this day, back in, more than about 1,200 people were killed in a Gainesville, Georgia twister.
All right, still ahead on the evening edition. Chief Meteorologist Justin Mosley. Well, we don't have any twisters. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have any rain in our forecast. At least we haven't, it seems like, for months, but he's going to let you know what to expect in the coming days.